Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature an actionable tip that you can use today. And I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. And Larry, what's going on?
Well, John, we just started, meaning my friend, the Athens Handyman GA, just started a big job out in Athens area, actually. We've got a really wonderful project that we'll be posting some pretty cool pictures and stuff like that. It's going to be it's a pretty good basement repurpose, I guess, for lack of a better word. But anyway, we started that, and one of the things we've been looking at is water flow, and particularly hot water flow, because this hot water system is relatively far away from where the kitchen is going to be, and actually it's pretty far away from where their kitchen was. And so in that conversation, we had a conversation. The homeowner's wife, actually, well, they own it together. Anyway, the homeowners had a conversation with us about why their dishes don't seem to get as clean and or don't seem to dry as well. And so in my pre-show talk, I was talking to my old buddy John, and John said, well, so John, I'm going to tell you to take it away from here.
Yeah, well, one of the things about these new dishwashers, and there's a couple of, but I'll start there. Is one of these things about these new dishwashers that they don't really have a heating element in them, and they just use the the hot water as the source of heat to dry the dishes, right?
Yeah, of course.
And also hot water, is you need good hot water to really clean those dishes too.
To clean the dishes well, right?
So. Now, you mentioned that the hot water heater is away from the appliance. And as anybody knows, when you put your hands underneath the faucet and you call for hot water, it takes a while to get hot water.
Yep. So, and that's part of the reason why I said that, because I knew this was part of this tip. So keep going.
Yeah. So one of the things one of the tips I want to leave here for everybody is that, based upon the way these new products work, these dishwashers is, they're sitting next to the sink anyway. Run the hot water in the sink first and get the water hot, and then turn your dishwasher on. Because now you have hot water going directly into the dishwasher.
Yeah, so the water is the hottest water temperature that comes out of your hot water heater ends up going into the dishwasher. So that's 130 to 160 degrees, just depending. I do want to put a caveat on there. If you look under your sink on your hot water side, I have seen this, but it's extremely rare. Rarely does a plumber actually put the dishwasher on its own system, right, John? There usually isn't a shutoff for the dishwasher itself. There's usually one line that comes up and supplies hot water to the sink and the dishwasher. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, and that's true. But even if it's not, you need to get that hot water going and up to that level,
right?
Just to get it, purge the line of the cold water.
Right, because it's back to your original statement. If you just run that water under there, the water is cold until the pipes are cleared of cold water, and you get hot water through your pipes.
Exactly.
So that, my friends, is actually the tip of the week: is run your hot water in your sink right before you start your dishwasher, and you'll actually end up with what, John? Two things: you'll end up with cleaner dishes and
drier dishes.
Isn't that amazing? Well, folks, don't forget to join our Facebook group at Handyman Pros and join in the conversation. Give us tips and tricks just like this one, because we will put them out on the air. We will go and tell you. John, did we mention the fact that we had a client write in and give us the thank you for telling them where their water shutoff valve was? So we did a tip not too long ago about finding your water shutoff valve, and these people had never found their complete main whole house water shutoff valve, not at the street, but actually in the house. And they did find it. It was behind a panel that was screwed shut. And of course we said, yeah, not such a hot idea, because guess what? If you can't get at it quickly, there's no purpose in it, right? So we do want to thank you for sending in those tips and tricks, because gosh, if you don't know, you need to know. Send us an email, questions@handymanpros handymanprosradioshow.com. You can go to our homepage at handymanprosradioshow.com. You can leave us a voice message, and or you can go to Twitter, and we are at Handyman Radio. We'll see you all next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this podcast and have derived some value from it, here's 4 things you can do. 1, tell your friends about this podcast. 2, hit subscribe on your podcast player. While you're there, leave us a review. 3, subscribe to our newsletter by going to handymanprosradioshow.com and click on the subscribe button. We'll inform you of upcoming events, shows, and give you actionable tips for maintaining your home and property. And 4, send us an email with your questions to questions@handymanprosradioshow.com. That's handymanprosradioshow.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.